Welcome back guys to another Kengan Omega video. Today we're talking about Sekibayashi. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. If you enjoy my content, make sure to join the Discord, link is in the description, and I hope you enjoy. So, Sekibayashi, also known as Hell's Angel, is a pro wrestler in the Kengan verse. His current age in Kengan Omega is 40. His Kengan wins include 58 wins and Kengan losses is 2. His losses being against Oma before the Annihilation Tournament and against Mutaba during the Annihilation Tournament. His Astro debut is Chapter 7, Omega debut is Chapter 10, and Anime debut is Episode 2. I'll go over his involvement in the Omega story, some cool facts about him, his history, and some stuff about his power and abilities. So for his history, Sekibayashi joined the Super Japan Pro Wrestling at the age of 15 after picking a fight with its chairman and being beaten to an inch of his life. This is where his personal or name Hell's Angel kind of began, with him considering this a moment of pure hell. He began his training regime daily as well as eating large amounts of food. 6 months after beginning his training, the chairman of the Japan's pro wrestling thing invited him out for dinner and endowed upon Sekibayashi his wrestling name Hell's Angel that he was finally given. A few days after that, the chairman who had given Sekibayashi his name was killed by a knife-wielding foe, but instead of going down the path of revenge for this chairman who came somewhat like a father figure to Sekibayashi, he adhered to train harder to become the best wrestler there ever was and to live up to his name as Hell's Angel. The rest of his history for joining Kengan was pretty much him being a deathmatch pro wrestler and becoming one of the top people in that scene. Now for his role in Omega, he's pretty much been as a trainer for Koga for most of his involvement in the Kengan Omega story, being one of the main trainers of Koga, teaching him the pro wrestling way and all these other moves, alongside Jose and other characters being the leader of the pro wrestlers. He refused to join the Purgatory team due to having a comrade who was a part of Purgatory, or someone under him who was part of Purgatory, didn't want to go against him and didn't want to disrespect him. And he also was meant to be going on a pro wrestling tour with many of his other combatants throughout the Kengan Omega and Kengan Omega Purgatory lifespan. And he's also shown celebrating with Takita Oma when Yamashita called everyone to celebrate his return and that he was actually alive. Now I'll go over some of his powers and abilities. So Sekibayashi is a professional wrestler, a pro wrestler who uses a lot of chokes, holds and slams as his fighting style. His most impressive physical feature is that he can take an insane amount of physical punishment without losing any offensive power or attacking momentum. He is a pro wrestler and has extreme loyalty to that passion and that style of fighting. Sekibayashi is known as a defense specialist who has mastered the art of destroying while defending, which is a form of defending that turns his opponent's attacks against them by redirecting and disturbing the striking to eventually win the battle by not even really attacking back, just by his ultimate defense. He's committed to never blocking or even dodging an attack, just being able to tank attacks and then slowly weaken his opponents with his intense defense. Rather than full dodge or block, he instead shifts himself slowly so that the attacks can redirect slowly and do less lethal damage. For an example, if someone was going for an attack on his neck, he would move his head so the attack would hit his cheeks, or an eye poke was going, he would move so it would hit his cheeks. He doesn't fully dodge, he just redirects attacks and tanks them like an absolute Chad. His fighting style also teams to lean into his pro wrestler gimmick, as he's considered the Hell's Angel and aspires to be a performer alongside a fighter. His name techniques include the backbreaker, arm rip, backhand chop, German suplex, Mongolian chop, and powerbomb. He's one of the most named techniques throughout the Kengan verse. I doubt it will see much more in Kengan Omega for the time being, considering that the Kengan Omega Kengan vs Purgatory tournament is about to begin in the manga at chapter 56. I made a video recently of him in a what if battle against Saw Pang. If you haven't checked that out, make sure to check that out. And that's Sekibayashi, pretty much Hell's Angel, one of the chattiest, tankiest, specialist characters in the core, and a good showman to watch. And that's it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe, join the Discord if you haven't already, and yep, that's it guys. Peace.